Say Introduction to SQL. SQL stands for Structured Query Language. First, chapter index. Introduction to SQL. What is SQL? What is SQL? Next, database management systems. Database management systems. Next topic, purpose of SQL. Purpose of SQL. Next, who should learn SQL? Who should learn SQL? Next, subsets of SQL. Subsets of SQL. Next, data definition language. Just a minute. Data definition language. Next, data manipulation language. Data manipulation. Language. Next, data control language. Data control language. Next, SQL syntax. SQL syntax. Next, SQL language elements. SQL language elements. Data types, operators, functions, queries, etc. Next, last one, SQL environment setup. SQL environment. See, practice SQL. See, today only theoretical chapter. In future, I will provide practical chapters also. First, what is SQL? What is SQL? See, SQL stands for Structured Query Language. SQL was initially developed at IBM Labs in 1970s. SQL is the standard language to communicate with relational database management systems like Oracle, MS SQL Server, MySQL, DB2, Sybase, etc. SQL is database language. SQL is the standard language to communicate with database management systems. Say, SQL stands for structured query language. SQL is open source. SQL was initially developed at IBM in 1970s. Next, SQL is the standard language, is the standard language to communicate with RDBMS. RDBMS stands for relational database, single word, database management. Just a minute. Systems. SQL is a standard language to communicate with relational database management systems like Oracle, next MS, Microsoft SQL Server, next open source MySQL, next DB2 from IBM, next Sybase, etc. Okay, now Vijaya, SQL.
Yes,
Vijaya,
sir.
what is the difference between
Yes,
SQL and SQL Server?
SQL. No, sir.
Difference between SQL and SQL Server.
SQL is a language.
SQL is language, database language,
Yes,
whereas
sir.
SQL Server is relational database management system.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, second topic, database management systems. Database management systems. What is database management system? The database management system provides ways to store, organize, retrieve, and interact with the data in the database. It consists of a modeling language, database engine, database query language such as SQL, and transaction mechanism. Next, popular database management systems are Oracle, MS SQL Server, MySQL, etc. See, the database management system. The database management system provides ways to store, next organize, next retrieve and retrieve and interact with the data in the database. Database is different, database management system is different. The database management system provides ways to store, organize, retrieve, and interact with the data in the database. It consists of a modeling language. Next, database engine. Next, database query language. Next, database query language such as SQL. and transaction mechanism and transaction mechanism. Okay. Now tell me, Ravindra, popular database management systems. Popular database, brief idea. Popular database management systems.
Oracle.
Oracle. Oracle is commercial software or free or open source?
I think it's commercial, sir.
Commercial. But free edition also there. That is limited edition. But enterprise editions are commercial editions. Oracle. What is Oracle? Oracle database. Oracle database, or you can say Oracle RDBMS. See, other products also there for Oracle, Oracle apps, etc. Oracle apps, that is
Yes.
ERP.
Yes, sir.
This is Oracle RDBMS, or you can say Oracle database. Oracle database developed by Oracle Corporation. Developed by Oracle Corporation. Next,
SQL.
MS SQL Server.
Yeah.
Microsoft SQL Server. Is it commercial or open source?
Open source.
MS SQL Server is open source?
No. Server is commercial.
Commercial. But free
Yeah.
edition also there, but limited edition. But basically, Microsoft SQL Server is commercial software.
Commercial.
Okay. All of you put mute. Microsoft SQL Server is a relational database management system by Microsoft. Next, MySQL. What about MySQL? Shivapriya, MySQL. Is it commercial software or open source?
It's open source.
Yes, basically it is open source. For some support they are charging, but basically it is open source. See, is an open source relational database management system, relational database management system used for developing web-based software applications. Used for developing web-based software applications. Next, PostgreSQL. SQL. It is also open source. Is a powerful open source database management system. Next, it runs on all major operating systems. It runs on all major operating systems. Example, including Linux, Unix. Linux is Unix flavor only. Next, Mac OS. Next, Solaris and MS Windows. Ahalya, what about Oracle? Oracle is platform dependent or platform independent?
Sir, Oracle, it's platform independent, sir.
Yes, platform independent only.
Yes, sir.
MS SQL Server,
SQL Server, it's, even that is independent.
independent.
No, sir, no, sir, it is dependent, sir, because it's server.
But nowadays, Microsoft
Yes.
is planning to provide compatibility for other operating systems, but basically it supports MS Windows only.
Okay.
MySQL also cross-platform, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll have to put mute. Next, last one small database management system, MS Access. MS Access. It is also from Microsoft. Say, Microsoft Access is a bundled as part of the Microsoft Office suite. See, is bundled as part of the MS Office suite. It is only available on the PC version. It is only available on the PC version, personal computers. It is a desktop database system because its functions are intended to be run from a single computer. See, it is a desktop database management system, because its functions are intended to be run on, just a minute, are intended to be run from a single computer. See, some other database management systems also there. These are the popular database management systems. See, so far we discussed two topics. What is SQL and database management systems? SQL is database language to communicate with database management systems. SQL is a database language to communicate with database management systems. Next, come to third topic, important topic, purpose of SQL. Can you tell me, Ravindra, what is the purpose of SQL? It has several purposes.
Sir, to retrieve information from the database, like reports
retrieve information from a database, okay.
And
SQL is a standard database language to communicate with database management systems like Oracle, MS SQL Server, MySQL, Sybase, etc. Can you tell me, Priya, Shivapriya, purpose of SQL?
It's a language to retrieve and store data
Already
in a data.
Ravindra explained that one, retrieving data. Any other? It has so many usages. So many. Okay. Okay, cool. Sean, any idea?
Yes, is to update the data also on
Yes, update
database.
the data also. See, why nobody telling this one? Creating database. Updating is first, creating is first. Retrieving is first, creating is first. Creating is first. Okay. Okay. Updating database also one of the purpose of SQL. Swati, can you hear me? Swati.
Yes, sir, I can hear. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Can you tell me one or two advantage of SQL or purposes of SQL?
Inserting the data is one of the things.
Yes, inserting records. Okay, that is also one of the task of SQL or usage of
Manipulating,
SQL.
probably.
Okay, cool. All of you put mute. I will explain. Observe. First one, say I will explain in sequence. SQL is used to just a minute. Create new databases. One or more in a database management system. Next, SQL is used to create new tables. Just a minute. New tables in a database. Next, just a minute. SQL is used to insert records. In a database. Next, SQL is used to update existing records. Update records in a database. Next, SQL is used to delete records in a database. Used to delete records in a database. Next, SQL is used to retrieve data from a database. Is used to retrieve data from a database. Important one for our testing. Retrieving data is very important. Retrieve. Next, SQL is used to execute queries against a database. Used to execute queries against a database. Just a minute. Database. Next, SQL can set permissions on tables, procedures, and views. SQL can set permissions on tables, views, and procedures. Next, SQL is used to create stored procedures in a database. Is used to create stored procedures in a database. Next, last one, SQL is used to create views in a database, etc. SQL is used to create views. What are views? We will discuss later. Views in a database. See, these are the primary advantages of SQL. Purpose of SQL. Can you tell me, Sean, purpose of SQL?
It is used to create new databases.
Creating new databases in a database management system. Okay, next.
It is also used to create new tables.
New tables in a database. Next.
Creating new records.
Insert new records in a database. Next.
Updating records in a database.
Updating. Next.
Deleting records in a database.
Next.
Retrieving data from a database.
Next.
Execute queries against a database.
Next.
To set permissions on tables,
procedures
and views.
Good. Next.
Creating stored procedures in a database.
Next.
Creating views in a database.
Okay, good. Swati, are you following?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Purposes of SQL. Next topic. Who should learn SQL? SQL not only for developers and testers. Fourth topic. Who should learn SQL? Can you tell me, Raja, who should learn SQL? Who are the users of SQL? Raja.
Developers and testers.
Just a minute. First one, database developers. Database developers. Next. Testers. Next. Any other? One more important role is there in the IT industry.
Application developers.
Database administrators. DBA.
Yeah.
Database administrators. DBA. Do you heard this term, DBA?
Yes, sir.
Next, database testers. Database testers. These three are the important roles. Okay. What is the role of database developers? Database developers. Design and deploy database table structures, forms, reports and queries, etc. Design and deploy database tables, table structures, next forms, next reports and queries, etc. Next, database administrators, keeping databases up to date and managing database access. Next, writing reports, documentation and operating manuals. See, keeping databases one or more databases. Just a minute. Keeping databases up to date and managing database access. Next, writing reports. Next, documentation and operating manuals. Writing documentation and operating manuals. Next, database testers, our area. Can you tell me, Vijaya, what is the role of database testers?
Testing the database.
Give some important operations. Tell me some important operations.
The data is correctly
storing or not, correctly retrieving or not.
storing.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. Ravindra. Verify.
Report generate, sir.
Here no creating. Verify data integrity. What is data integrity? Data is correctly storing or not, and in correct places storing or not. Suppose we are entering 3 subjects marks, maths, physics, chemistry, 10 records, 10 into 3, 30 fields, 10 records entered, but maths mark stored in physics cell, physics mark stored in chemistry cell. That is not data integrity. Correctly storing means all records storing and in correct places. That is data integrity. We have to verify the data integrity. Continue, Ravindra. Data integrity, verify data integrity. This is one of the important database testing operation. Next.
Running for the reports, sir.
Running reports. What reports?
In
generating reports is not the primary activity of database tester. Okay. Verify data manipulations. Transactions. What are the important data manipulations? Add, next, update and delete. Next, verify data comparisons, comparing front-end data with back-end data, or comparing two databases, two resources, or comparing Excel file data with database data, etc. Comparing front-end and back-end, or comparing two resources, etc. Verify data comparisons, etc. So many operations are there that we will discuss later. See, these are the important roles. Database developers, database administrators, database testers. Next, come to fifth topic, subsets of SQL. Can you tell me, Shivpriya, subsets of SQL? What are the important subsets of SQL? SQL commands can be classified into groups based on their nature. They are What are they?
Data manipulation, data controlling, and
First, data definition language sequence, then data manipulation language, next data control language. Okay, na?
okay.
See, SQL commands can be classified into groups based on their nature. They are first one, data definition language. Definition language. Next, data manipulation language. Data manipulation language. Next, data control language. Data control language. Data control language. First I am taking data definition language. See, sixth topic in this chapter, data definition language. Have any idea, Raja? Important commands in data definition language, subset of SQL. Ahalya?
Sir, no idea, sir.
Okay, cool. Important commands and operations. Important commands and operations in data definition language. Observe, Raja. First, create. SQL is not case sensitive. Create is one of the command. You can use uppercase or lowercase values, no issue. Create. What is create? What is the operation of, what is the purpose of create command? To create
It is used to keep
databases and database objects. See, to create databases one by one, new databases, to create databases and database objects. Ravindra, what are database objects? Give example. Database objects. Familiar with
I'm not sure,
database
sir.
terminology? No idea?
No, sir.
Okay, I think Sean is trying to explain. Sean?
So maybe a table.
Good. Tables. Table is database object. Tables. Okay. Indexes. Next, views, etc. These are database objects. See, be familiar with the terminology, database terminology. See, important commands and operations in data definition language, subset of structured query language. First one, create. To create databases and database objects. First create database, then create tables, indexes, views, etc. Next, alter. To modify existing database objects. To modify existing database objects. alter. See, name also meaningful. Next, drop command. Drop. To drop databases and database objects. You can drop entire database. Next, drop tables, particular tables. To drop databases one at a time and database objects such as tables, etc. Next, truncate. Truncate. To remove all records from a table. To remove all records from a table. Next, rename. Rename. To rename database objects. You can rename table names, etc. To rename database objects. See, these are the important commands and operations in data definition language. Can you tell me, Shivpriya, what are the important commands and operations in data definition language?
Create, which is used to create databases and tables.
Next.
And alter command is used to alter column names.
Alter, to modify existing database objects.
Database objects. And
Next.
then drop, used to drop database and database objects.
Next.
Truncate, to remove records in a table.
To remove all records from a table. Next.
Rename is used to rename the table names or database.
Database objects. Rename database objects. Okay, good. Next, seventh one. Data manipulation language. Data manipulation language. DML. Short forms also there. This is DML. First one, DDL. What are the important commands and operations in data manipulation language? Observe. Important commands and operations in data manipulation language, subset of SQL. First, select. It is very useful for our testing, database testing. Select command. To select specific data from a database. To select specific data from a database. Next, insert. To insert new records in a table. To insert new records in a table. Next, update. See, SQL is not case sensitive. Use first letter capital letter for better readability, but no issue. You can use all uppercase or all lowercase. update command to update records, to update existing records. Next, delete to delete existing records from a table, to delete records from a table. See, these are the important commands of data manipulation language. Swati, can you tell me what are the important commands of DML, data manipulation language? Swati. Okay, Saloni.
Yes, sir.
Ah.
Select, insert, update, and delete.
Select, insert, update, and delete. Okay, next come to next topic. Data control language. Data control language. Short form DCL. Next, important commands and operations. Important commands and operations in data control language. See, one, grant to provide access on the database objects to the users. To provide access on the database objects to the users. Next, revoke to remove user access rights to the database objects. To remove user access rights. Just a minute. User access rights to the database objects. Next, deny to deny permissions to users. To deny permissions to users. See, these are the important commands in DCL. Can you tell me, Ravindra? Swati. Okay, Swati. Can you tell me, Ravindra, what are the important commands and operations in DCL, data control language?
It's a grant, revoke, and deny.
Okay. Next, come to next topic, SQL syntax. SQL is language, database language, but no flow control statements in SQL. SQL syntax. Observe, a database contains one or more tables. Each table is identified by a name. Tables contain records with data. Syntax rules. Next, most of the actions we need to perform on a database are done with SQL statements. Next, SQL keywords are not case sensitive. Next, all the SQL statements start with any of the keywords like select, insert, update, create, delete, etc. Starts with keyword. SQL statement starts with keyword. And all the statements end with a semicolon. Semicolon is the standard way to separate SQL statements. Observe. A database contains one or more tables. Next, each table is identified by a name. Each table is identified by a name. Next, table or tables contain records. Records nothing but rows with data. Next point, most of the actions we need to perform on a database are done with SQL statements. See, most of the actions we need to perform on a database are done with SQL, structured query language statements. Next, SQL keywords are reserved words. SQL keywords are not case sensitive. For example, select is the same as select. Next, all SQL statements, every SQL statement, all SQL statements start with, just a minute, start with any of the keywords. Like select, insert, create, delete, anyone, etc. And all statements and the statements end with a semicolon. This symbol. Semicolon is the standard way. Semicolon is the standard way to separate SQL statements. Okay, these are the important syntax rules. Can you tell me, Swati, what are the important SQL syntax rules? Not responding. Shivapriya.
Like most the database, the SQL statements, we have to use the the actions the performing on the database, we have to use the SQL statements like insert, update, delete on those stuff, and for every statement has to end with a semicolon.
Semicolon is the standard way to separate SQL statements. Next. Important one. SQL keywords are not case sensitive.
Okay.
Any confusion?
No confusion, sir.
Okay. Come to next topic. Important one. SQL language elements. SQL language elements. What are the SQL language elements? Data types, operators, functions, classes, queries, etc. See, data types, operators, next functions, classes, next queries, etc. are SQL language elements. See, I will give brief idea. Observe. First one, data types. Remember one thing. Data types vary from one database management system to another. Getting this point, Raja? Data types not fixed, varies from one database management system to another. Some are common, some are vary. Suppose Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, data types may vary. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Data types vary from one DBMS, database management system, to another. Okay. See, what is data type? Have any idea, Ahalya? What is data type?
Sir, data type, it's like integer, character.
Okay. Those are examples. I'm asking, what is data type?
Data type is the one where we store the value in the memory for a temporary purpose.
Okay. See, a data type defines what kind of value a column can contain. See, in our scenario, a data type defines what kind of value a column can contain. We have to use data types while creating database tables. See, we have to use data types while creating tables. Choose a particular data type for a table column based on your requirement. See, choose a particular data type particular data type. For a table column, based on your requirement. Okay. Say example, general types. Examples. Character data types. See, character data types. Next, numeric data types. Next, date and time data types. Etc. Next, observe Ravindra, operators. What is the purpose of operators in computer programming? Operators. Ravindra not responding. Sean. Continue, Ravindra.
No idea, sir.
Purpose of operators in computer programming, not only in SQL. Operator.
No idea, sir.
No idea. Sean, purpose of operators.
So to perform the operations for like addition, subtraction, functional operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication.
Okay. Operators are used to perform arithmetic, comparison, and logical operations. Say, all of you put mute. Operators are used to perform arithmetic, next, comparison, example, greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, arithmetic, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc., and logical operations. Say important categories of operators. In Java also we have operators. See, important categories are arithmetic operators. Next, comparison operators. Next, logical operators, etc. Next, another language element, functions. SQL functions. What are functions? SQL has many built-in functions for performing processing on data. Example, aggregate functions, string functions, date functions, etc. Built-in functions. See, SQL has many built-in functions. For performing processing on data. Here categories of functions. Categories of SQL functions. In C language also you can find built-in functions. But Java is object-oriented programming. There you can find built-in methods instead of functions. Methods and functions, synonyms. In structured programming, functions. In object-oriented programming, methods. Both are same in purpose. See, one is aggregate functions. Aggregate. Aggregate functions. Next, string functions. String functions. Functions on strings. Next, date functions. Date functions, etc. Next, clauses. Clauses. Ravindra, can you tell me one important clause in SQL? Important clause.
I really don't have idea, sir.
Where? Did you hit this one? Where term. Where is important clause? Okay.
Oh, yes.
These statements are subdivided into clauses. The most popular one is where clause. See. Statements.
Is it like conditions, sir?
Hold on.
Is it like conditions? Like...
Yes, equals to conditions.
Okay.
See, in SQL, no flow control, no conditional statements and no loop statements. Using classes, we can achieve. Getting?
Okay.
And one more thing, in order to enhance the SQL or adding more features, nowadays database management systems like Oracle and MS SQL Server, MySQL, they launched their own languages. For example, enhancements. For example, PLSQL is there now.
Okay.
Oracle specific. PLSQL, procedure language. In SQL, no procedures. Extension, they released enhanced version of SQL, their own version, PLSQL. In MS SQL Server also, one enhanced version is there. Can you tell me, Raja? TSQL is there now. Transact SQL.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Transact SQL. PLSQL in Oracle, TSQL in MS SQL Server. Basically, SQL is not a pure programming language. Here data types are there, clauses are there, next operators are there, but no conditional and loop statements. Getting this point?
Okay, sir.
Any confusion, ask me.
No, sir. Functions are used as a methods in Java, and maybe classes are equal to
conditions.
right?
Clauses are equals to conditions.
Okay.
Any query, ask me.
And TSQL, sir? What about TSQL? What is the purpose of TSQL and how it is?
Already I told. See, we will discuss later. TSQL, PLSQL are extensions for SQL. Yes,
Okay. And
extensions.
What does it do, sir?
See, you can apply programming logic to SQL statements
With TSQL.
with TSQL in MS SQL Server and PLSQL in Oracle.
Okay.
Extensions that we will discuss later. PLSQL, you know PLSQL, what is PL? PL stands for
Procedure language.
Procedure language, that is Oracle specific, developed as extension of SQL.
SQL or Oracle, sir?
Developed for extension of SQL.
Okay, sir.
Not Oracle. Oracle is database management system. Oracle RDBMS. In Oracle, SQL is there, but we have some limitations for SQL, no flow control. In order to overcome that limitations, they developed their own query language, procedure language, PLSQL. Okay.
Okay.
You are not satisfied. Ask me. PLSQL is extension of SQL, not extension of Oracle.
Oracle is developed. No, sir. First you told Oracle is as extended as a PLSQL and SQL as extended as a TSQL, I guess.
See, SQL, it is standard language for all database management systems. Standard.
Okay.
Standard database, just a minute. Standard database language.
Okay.
For all database management systems. Database management systems. Only some concepts may vary from one database to another, some data types, etc. But most of the SQL commands are common for all database management systems. One drawback is there in SQL. In SQL, no flow control na.
Yes, sir.
In order to overcome that limitation, Oracle developed this PLSQL. This is extension of SQL. Extension of SQL by Oracle. Next, Transact SQL, TSQL. It is also extension
of SQL by MS SQL.
Yes, extension of SQL by Microsoft SQL Server RDBMS. SQL Server. Then what is your confusion?
No, sir, it's fine now. When while we are speaking, I think it's misplaced, I guess. So
now clear?
Yeah, it's clear, sir. Now.
Okay. See, PLSQL is extension of SQL by Oracle. It is used in Oracle only. PLSQL is used in Oracle RDBMS only. TSQL is Microsoft SQL Server specific, used in Microsoft SQL Server only. Both are standard language SQL flavors only, but enhanced flavors. Okay?
Okay, sir. Is it like a plugin, sir, or anything
plugin.
else like
they
that?
Developed some one language binding.
New version.
But they're specific, not global. PLSQL is not global.
You mean to say it's a commercial and only for
not
particular
commercial.
person?
PLSQL used in Oracle only, na?
Okay.
You can't use PLSQL in SQL Server, MS SQL Server.
Yeah.
Next, you can't use TSQL in Oracle, na? But you can use SQL in all database management systems, na? Oracle or MySQL or MS SQL Server, Sybase, DB2, etc.
Yes, sir.
That is the different.
Yes, sir.
Still confusion?
No, sir, it's fine now.
Okay, cool. See, clauses. Statements are subdivided into classes. Subdivided into classes. Here, the most important, in future practical chapters I will show, the most popular class. The most popular one is, just a minute. The most popular one is the where class. Where class. Next, queries. Just a minute. Queries. Queries which retrieve the data based on specific criteria. This is an important element of SQL. See, queries. Queries which retrieve, all of you put mute, which retrieve the data, based on specific criteria. This is an important element of SQL. Next, what about joins, Ravindra? Joins extension of queries, na?
Yes, sir.
What is the purpose of joins? Purpose of joins. Can you tell me, Raja, purpose of joins?
To get the data out of two conditions, sir.
Pardon? To get the data?
Out of two statements, sir.
Out of two statements. Confusing.
Two statements.
Priya.
Yes, sir.
Shiva Priya.
Joins are used to get data from two or more tables.
Good. Good.
Sorry.
Two or more tables. See, the SQL joins. The SQL joins. Joins is, what is this join? Class. Joins class. The SQL joins class is used to combine records from two or more tables. From two or more tables. Tables in a database. See, if we use general query, retrieves data from a single table. If you use joins, you can retrieve data from multiple tables. That is the difference. See, we have different types of joins: inner join, left join, right join, full join, etc. That we will discuss later. Next, come to last topic. Just this one also theory. In practical chapter, I will show how to download and install. See, SQL environment. SQL environment. How to practice SQL? Practice SQL. Have any idea, Saloni or Sean? Any idea how to practice SQL? What is the prerequisite?
So
We have
first,
to go ahead.
Pardon?
Go ahead, Saloni. She was telling, I think, so I said go ahead.
Tell me, Saloni.
yeah, first we need to download SQL.
Download SQL.
SQL, yes.
SQL. SQL is independent one. Independent software. Okay. Vijaya, have any idea how to practice SQL?
Download the Oracle Oracle data, the database.
Not only Oracle database. See, database engine is required to use SQL commands or practice SQL commands. Database engine is required to use or practice SQL commands. We can use any database engine, either Oracle or MySQL or MS SQL Server, etc. Getting?
Okay, sir.
Observe. See. Database engine. In practical chapter, I will show. Database engine is required to use, or you can say practice SQL commands. SQL commands. We can use any database engine. Any database engine. Either Oracle or MS SQL Server or MySQL, etc. Anyone. Say in our training we use MS SQL Server. You also try to use MS SQL Server. Actually, MS SQL Server is commercial software, but already I told free edition also there. Using that free edition, you can use you can practice SQL commands unlimited time. See, MS SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, it has several editions, Enterprise Edition, Express Edition, etc. Free edition also there, that is Express Edition. MS SQL Server RDBMS, Relational Database Management System, RDBMS, is a commercial software. But Microsoft provides free edition also. What is the free edition? MS SQL Server Express Edition. MS SQL Server Express Edition. Just a minute. Edition is free edition. Free edition of MS SQL Server RDBMS. See, download and install MS SQL Server Express Edition. Download and install MS SQL Server Express Edition. Then you can practice. Say Microsoft SQL Server Express Edition is a version of Microsoft RDBMS that is free to download, distribute and use. It compresses a database specifically targeted for small scale applications, not large scale applications. See, this is about introduction to SQL. Any queries? Tell me, Ahalya, any queries regarding this today's session?
No, sir.
What about this, Priya? Ask me one or two queries.
So the database entry is different from the database?
Pardon?
The database entry is different from the database?
Database is different, database is different. Nice. Disturbance. Put mute. Ask me. Database engine is different, database is different.
So database, like compressed form of database, we can install in
free edition, Microsoft Express edition is there. You can download and install and use with free of cost, unlimited time.
Okay.
Next, Raja, any queries?
No, sir, it's fine. According to my understanding, this is it's a language where application will be created on server, like tables and columns and rows, and that are used to connect to the web application.
See, it is a standard database language to communicate with databases. It is not full-fledged programming language. Here, data types are there, operators are there, functions are there, but no flow control statements. It is a standard database language to communicate with databases.
Okay, sir.
Next, Ravindra.
I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Saloni.
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Sean.
Yes, sir. I was wondering, will we be learning SQL on every Saturday morning?
Yes. See, this is only theory chapter. Next coming weekends, I will show practical also. How to download and install and how to practice SQL commands, data definition language, manipulation language, etc.
Okay, so on weekdays we will have regular classes,
Yes,
and
on
on
weekdays
weekends
regular classes, Selenium.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, welcome. Only on Saturdays, not on Sundays.
Okay.
Swati, any queries regarding this today's session? Swati. Okay, Swati. Next, Vijaya.
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
Okay. We will meet on Monday, Selenium class. Thank you.